Lazy to my boys and girls, Vince by ages. What's poppin'? I made establishment Townzie bringing y'all yet another discussion, theory, whatever you want to call it. I guess this one's more of a theory. Give me them tinfoil hats, Nick. Tinfoil hat. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Got the tinfoil hat. Alright, cool. Got another discussion, theory, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, more of a theory this time around. Kind of a continuation of the last video I did. Not really a continuation. I asked y'all if y'all wanted to see the Lineage Factor team. One person did say yeah, but it was a trick question because y'all was gonna get it anyways. Y'all didn't have a choice. Y'all stuck with me. Hello, how y'all doing today? So yeah, science in One Piece. It's been trickling along, you know what I'm saying? Ever since like, I won't say like Alabasta, you know what I'm saying? Pluton, Alabasta, no, they don't count, no, okay, whatever. In his lobby, Pluton, building it. As far as I'm concerned, from all the way back there is where we got from, where the science comes from. We got that, cyborg, Kuma's a cyborg, we got the Pacifista, artificial devil fruit creation, devil fruit replication, devil fruit implementation, you know what I'm saying? We doing everything with devil fruits. Lineage Factor things, what we talking about today. I promise, I know y'all see the Vinsmoke element thing, we gonna get to it, we gonna get to that. Promise. But as we know, Judge is part of that science group, Mads, with Vegapunk, Caesar, Queen, all them. They have more people apparently. We probably find out some more people that's from Mads, because it wasn't just them fine folks right there. So the world government broke them up, as absolved some of them. People like Queen, Caesar, they went their own ways. They hide from the government, everything. Well, I mean, one of them's with hiding and one of them's with Kaido, not really hiding at all. But obviously, being broke up didn't really stop them from doing their Lineage Factor things. Mads was the ones that initially found out about the Lineage Factor. Well, Vegapunk and Mads are kind of credited to that. So all of these people would have had access to said technology. That's how they have the clones in the Vinsmoke army. That's how they have all of those things. We've seen Vegapunk, you know what I'm saying, cloning Kaido's devil fruit. We've seen Caesar, the smile fruits, plus the kids trying to make it, I said grown, trying to make them into giants. That's Lineage Factor to me. So everybody's continued doing a Lineage Factor science. That includes the Vinsmokes. It's just that with the Vinsmokes, they might be experimenting on their own kids and princes, I guess. So obviously we talked about the Vinsmoke part of this. Sanji, his brothers, they all have their exoskeletons. They were all tampered with. Their Lineage Factors were tampered with. They have the exoskeletons. They have numerous abnormalities with them, according to the manga at least. So of course the point of the surgery is to make them all super soldiers without emotions at all. You skip 13 years later, you see these people doing crazy things, doing all these electric, fire, light, whatever the fuck it is, you can do. And of course we can start with Sanji since he's our hot topic. This chapter, Queen, chapter 1023? Queen let us know about this Lunarian race. It's like, humans can't burst into flames, you're not Lunarian. Now, humans might not be able to do that, but what about a genetically altered science baby? Could they burst into flames? Is that correct? Now, what we know about judging them, artificial humans and things like that, Lineage Factor. These Lunarians, they have a lineage of their own. Sanji, he bursts into flames. That's exactly how it is. He bursts into flames. When you think about Diabo Jambe, when you think about Hell Memories, he literally bursts into flames. If you cut off the top of Hell's Memories, he kind of looks like Queen, just no gimp mask. And that's just to say it's possible for a human to be able to do so if they're like genetically altered. I obviously think the answer goes back to the Lineage Factor in the first place, where not just humans, but supposed race of people that can burst into flames, just like how this Sanji person was a genetically altered person that can do, and we don't know any other humans that can burst into flames in this entirety of One Piece. Please prove me wrong. Anybody that's not Ace or Sabo or the fat dude from the you know what I'm talking about, the fat dude from the filler and oven. I am who bursts into flames, that's regular human, no devil fruit, that's not Sanji. Nobody? Crazy. Because the only other examples that we have are these Lunarians. So, of course, I think one of those numerous abnormalities And Sanji would be the Lunarian race, along, of course, you got the exoskeleton and all that jazz that they all have. That's the common denominator, at least, the exoskeletons. They all got that the same, at least. But obviously, these are quadruplets. The quadruplets do not all have fire powers, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Rowdy Rough Boys. The one that I think is closest to Sanji is actually Niji. I think it's what Niji has spliced in with his is that what you call it? Spliced in with his DNA / lineage factor is closest to what Sanji's is. Because I do think both Sanji and Niji's both come from a different race. Sanji's being a race that can burst into flames, and Niji's right, baby. I think Niji's DNA is spliced with the minks, their abilities to utilize electro. You look at how they utilize the electro is exactly how Niji did his. He hit, electricity came out. At one point, he was able to put electricity on his sword, go crazy fast with it. And Arashi did the same thing with his sword leg at one point. Look, Sanji bursts into flames just like the Lunarians. And then Niji does his exactly like how the minks do their electro. We know the minks have had exploration that knocks pirates. The people have got Nekomamushi and Arashi. They went out with Roger and them before. Carrot's out now. People have left Zou before. Minks have left Zou before. People know about minks. People don't know about minks. But people know about minks, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with the Lunarians. If they're supposed to be this ancient secret race that gods lived in, if we could get one, if somebody can get one of those, they definitely can get one of these minks that are not held to that stature, apparently. So yeah, that's Niji and that's Sanji. I think Yonji and Ichiji are actually completely different from those two, because I don't think either of one of theirs comes from a species. With Yonji especially, I think is different because you can see a lot less of his powers. So with Yonji, he doesn't have any specific element or anything like that. I think it's more surface level. It's something that could go over. I think it's something that may have gone over all of our heads because it just hasn't been shown. Now we know he's winch green. He has the arm thing and stuff like that. Okay, that's cool. But if you think about it, when Sanji beat his ass, when Sanji ran them cheeks at that one point in time, when his face was all messed up, they literally, and it wasn't a joke, literally had to take different multiple forms of hammer to his face for him to get back to normal. Just for it to get back to normal. That's never happened to nobody before. And like, crushed his face to get it back to normal. Manga, anime, same thing. Now, one would normally want to write that off as Oda being goofy, because that's surely what I did. I wrote it off as Oda being goofy. But go back and think about it. Yonji also has multiple abnormalities going on with him too. I would say that's just a regular exoskeleton, but out of everybody we've seen get beat up, I think that's the only, Yonji's the only person we've seen something like that happen to, with a deformed head for one. And then of course, again, he has his winch green. So what I actually think with the Vinsmoke's raid suits, they're made from a special memory metal. Parasparrow noted onto it back in the Tea Party. Back in the Tea Party, Parasparrow is the one who actually told us that that's a special memory metal that theirs is made of. That, you know, we know how strong the raid suits are. I actually think his DNA, Yonji's DNA, is spliced with that special memory metal. His isn't from a species, but a material. I think everybody who was involved with that Mads group took their science to it. Just different types of levels, not better and worse, but just different areas, different avenues. You know what I'm saying? Judge went and started using animals, materials, giants for Caesar, and then the smile fruits. That's just complete replication. Replication for Vegapunk as well. They all took their lineage factor research just in different places, and I think Judge for animals and materials, because again, the metal that they do have, as well as the theories that I've thrown about the Lunarians and then the minks. As far as it goes with our man, Sparking Red Ichiji, I think his is the one that we've probably already seen the most out of. It's one power that's been replicated time and time again, over and over again, ever since the pre-time skip. It ain't just been one, it ain't just been two, it's been three since we've seen, at least since then. And that would be Kizaru's Light. Yes, I think they've been experimenting with Kizaru's light for a very long time. You go back into flashbacks when you see Kizaru and when it was Garb Sengoku, when they was talking about Shiki things, Kizaru, he had his yellow suit. I don't know if you got a yellow suit if you don't got the yellow fruit now. I don't know. But either way, I think they've been experimenting with Kizaru for a while. Kizaru might be them replicating lasers might be why they like, no, hold on, Mads is too raw now. Y'all might have to get up. Y'all can replicate lasers? And obviously, you know what I'm saying, everybody in Mads has lasers implemented now. Look at Queen, lasers out their hand. Look at, I mean, Frankie wasn't in Mads. Look at Frankie, lasers out their hand. He learned from Vegapunk. Pacifista, lasers out the hand, mouth. Kuma, lasers out the hand. All of these things can be traced back to Mads. Only person that doesn't have lasers is Judge. Oh, Ichiji right there. Light powers. Listen, not only that, I think Ichiji's light would be a little different because you could see exactly how they implemented it in the robots and stuff like that. Hand beams, just specifically hand beams, not light powers, hand beams specifically. So I think it's different because they spliced it into his DNA. He's not made of light like Kizaru, but he has light powers because that's in his lineage now. Drake was the one that initially told us that Vegapunk had recreated Kizaru's laser. Obviously, seeing that he recreated Kizaru's laser, put in a pacifista, that's lineage factor type stuff. Absolutely not far-fetched at all to see that he would put it in one of his children. When it came to Ichiji, I think Judge decided to just do a merger of the two ideas with when it came to the lineage factor type things, and then implementing devil fruits into there as well. I think he just decided to mix those together, and then boom, we got Ichiji, man of light, red light. That's why I think the Vinsmoke boys, that's peak science. That's some peak science when it comes to One Piece science. Probably the only thing that's gonna match up to it, only thing that's gonna match up to it, okay, Pacifistas is kind of raw, okay, even though they getting beat up by Sanji now. Hey, they getting beat up by Sanji now, so again, peak science. Until we see what the SSG got, because I've seen theories around that kind of could be the same type of thing. They got Kizaru's laser, stop them from putting a magma in a pacifist or something like that. What if they just know how to recreate devil fruit powers now? That's a theory. Somebody made that somewhere. I don't know. Shout out to whoever made that theory eventually. At one point, I know it's a thing somewhere. Somebody made it. All in all, lineage factor, science, all that's a sleeping giant when it comes to One Piece. I know we get discussions here and there. It's just sleeping giant just because we just little information we have. You see, we got that little speck of information. You see all of these theory videos flying. This is my favorite. This is my favorite time in the One Piece community, baby. But fuck these fights. I'm eyed on all that. Fuck y'all meatheads. I'm good. Listen. I'm here for the lore, science, all that. I love all that juicy ish. The mysteries. I'm here. I'm spazzing now. I'm good. I'm just rambling. Listen. That's all I got for y'all this time around. I'm leaving. Like I always say. If you like, subscribe. Pop to the Twitch stream. Pop to the Discord. Y'all have a good one.